Aavak has dipped, but never mind, never mind. We're okay. We're okay. We're back. We're back now on the right screen. So it's fine. It's fine. It's all right. Pretend that never happened. Not even once did it happen. Well, what I've done here is I've popped the fuel threshold for all of my coal generators down to 0 because honestly they're being fed by auto sweepers. There's no reason not to have them set up the moment something is added in there. So that should be pretty nice. Oh, and thank you very much for picking up the flag bearers and gifting the flag bearers. That's incredibly kind of you, chat. Thank you so much. Then that puts us at like 18 flag bearers at this point out of 30. So we're over halfway. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of stuff dropping down. That's fine. You know what, though? I could make a little way for our duplicants to get out there without having to risk being smashed by a meteorite. And that would involve having a checkpoint that would be disabled if there was an impact event going on. So if this detected anything falling, it would prevent the checkpoint from ever going green. But otherwise, it would be fine to go out. But the checkpoint on the outside would always allow someone back in. So I wouldn't lock someone outside. That's the main thing you'd want to avoid, is accidentally locking them outdoors. But that is fine. It's all been hooked up. So at this stage, we can now strip all of that down. There we go. And they'll get to that when they have the time. So with that in place, I can now look at, you know what, let me bring that down there instead of over here. In fact, actually, let's cancel those build orders because I do want to set up the cooling here. The only issue with that is that, honestly, I'm not even sure that we're going to need that cooling anymore. I guess I could just leave these pipes there in case at some point I do think that we need it. But for the time being, what we want to look at next is it going to be in stations? Yes, the telescope. Now, telescope, much like the scanner, needs sight upwards. Unfortunately, it needs a little bit larger of an area than the scanner. How much do these overlap each other? These overlap each other quite a lot. I could still have them overlap by 1 whilst fitting the entire telescope in one spot. That will work. That will work quite nicely. So once again, I'm going to need another build up out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one too many. There we go. I'm going to pull that back and I'm going to replace it with another steel door. So this one is going to have to go here. Let's make these ones a reasonably high priority. Now the idea here is that this will be able to reach. That doesn't... Wow, that's interesting. Can it just not see past this once it's there? I would have thought that they'd be able to see through these as doors, but apparently not. That's a bit of a shame. Well, I guess one of the things I could do then... What's going through my mind right now is that if I were to only have this little lip right here, I'll draw it out for you. But this, much taller, then theoretically, this could still be guarded from ever being entombed, because the idea is that I never, ever want this to be entombed. This has always got to be free so that it can protect everything else. But once it's dug this one out, it would be able to dig out the stuff that's on top of it, so I could just shunt this up like by 1 or 2 extra tiles. And that would give me full visibility. This might work. This may, in fact, work. I hadn't considered it, but I'm liking the odds. So we would do something along these lines. All the way along. All the way along. Cancel that one for now. And we just have this little lip. In fact, I could have the little lip just by there. Indeed, that wouldn't be an issue. I could have it where it is right now if I wanted to, just to leave that extra little bit of clearance. Or I could have it up there, but I kind of like the idea of having it close, if I'm honest. And this would build all the way back here. And then these bunker tiles would exist right on the top here. Oh, I can't place that there. That's fine. And then this one telescope would control all of these doors as necessary to control this particular entrance. I think that actually might work. Gives us a little bit more clearance, but it means that this will never get entombed. The auto miners can still unbury it. They can still dig everything that should be above it. The question is how well it's going to be able to see on this side. That's the only question. I might need a second auto miner just for like the odd bit of regolith that builds up there, but that's not too much of an issue for me. Yes, the doors will open once there's no longer an impact event. Or at least that's the plan. Whether it also always works to plan now, that's another matter entirely. But that's always the plan. Alright, I think we have a pretty solid idea of what we're going to do. So let's get this done. With that, I'm going to need to dig all of this up, and all of that up as well. In fact, we'll dig all of that up. Maybe I shouldn't necessarily put these as high priorities right now. Let's put these as a priority 3. Just to be sure. I think that might be wise. Do that. Only once we've no longer got any meteors raining down on top of us. What's the temperature in here? Not great. What's the temperature of the liquid moving through? It's coming down to 114. It is leaving at 120. I mean, that's a bit better. What's the temperature in here? 119. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking that we can maximize the heat that we're generating in here. What are we shy on for this? It's probably the lime. Yeah, we really need to like more eggshells. Or honestly, poke shell farming. It's probably going to be the way forward for that. Well, while everything is going on up top, then, let's have a quick think of how we can maximize what we're doing in here. We've got plenty of heat transfer going on there. That goes out. This comes back in. I could just have it join in there and go straight down. Then it comes out from there. And then I can have it split at this point to go back up and into the system if it needs to. But otherwise, flows out in this direction. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that, actually. Yeah, the main thing that I want to do here is I want to do away with the aqua tuners and allow the runoff from my smelters to rejoin this loop and try to equalize heat across the entire system. I mean, in some cases, it's going to heat up areas that are cooler. So it's not going to be a perfect solution, but it will help. So, let's deconstruct this. Let's first go in there. There we are. Deconstruct these. And the aqua tuners themselves. And once that's broken down, we'll start to move this petroleum around a little bit. The easiest way of doing that is find a place where I've got a bridge, like here, and just break that bridge. Because that'll force all of the liquid to pool inside the reservoir, and then I can move some things around. On Phase, thank you very much for the subscription, mate. And just in case I didn't call her out, thank you very much, Omegas as well. Thank you very, very much for the Prime. And Aaron for the 4 months as well. And 221T for the 30 months. I've been really bad at my job. Rodian Shark. Can a ninja throw a star? Depends on your definition of star. If you're talking about a multi-pointed throwing weapon, yes. If you're talking about a celestial object, no. You had to do it, didn't you? Had to do it. Alright, fine. It's going to have to be maximum priority then, isn't it? You... utter derp. I mean, you're a duplicant, so I guess it's fine. But let's get you out of there, shall we? Quickly, someone. Like right now, actually. Super right now. Running out of air, and it's not like I can just force him to take his what? Please tell me someone's bringing that. Yes. Yes, okay. We need those supplies, peeps. Come on. They're ladders. You know what I should have done? I should have just used stuff that was nearby to affect it. Can you get down here now? There we go. The derps are derpy sometimes, you know, it's in their nature. But we will deconstruct this door. Well, actually, no, we can't deconstruct those doors. Cancel those deconstruction jobs. I need them to build these doors first. And they can reach them all, so we'll make sure all of that is done. Then next up, want to hook all of these doors up. Oh, dear. Let's drop those priorities a bit. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh my lord. There's a lot of looking dampers going on right now. Let's have a look where this is all going down. We've got to find where to begin. Okay, Mikoshana, thank you very much for the gift sub. Merkbird, thank you very much for the gift sub. Anonymous gifter, such a generous ghost. Thank you very much for the 5 gift subs. Night to Soul, thank you very much for the 5 gift subs. And Velorax for the cheer. My goodness, you've already completed level 3. That took you all of no time at all. Dear Lord, you're efficient. Thank you so much, everyone. That was incredibly kind of you. Thank you for all of the bits in chat. That's so generous of you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, we're getting a lot of hot regolith down here now. It's still only 131 though. That system takes a long time to heat up. I perhaps made it a little bit too big in terms of its storage capacity. Alright, we need to remove all of the liquid pipes that we've got down here and change the system around quite a lot, I think. Yes, indeed. Let's get rid of you as well. Deconstruct that, deconstruct the valve. Thank you so much, everyone. There's so much generosity going on in chat. We're already 52% of the way. Make that 64% rather, of the way to level 4. Diolch yn fawr. Right. Now that we've got that in place, I think we're just going to go ahead and chonk it up to there. And then chonk this out. I don't need the liquid here to be moving through this system as is. Let's just pull it out where we can. Actually, that one can stay. Cancel the deconstruct there. We're going to hook this up down here, realistically. And that should just add everything into the system. Miss Moon Luna, thank you very much for the Prime for the second month. Second month, best month. Diolch yn fawr. And Daniel Osman, thank you very much for the gift sub as well. Oh my lord, Dapplings, you're being too generous. Please I always worry when it's around these kind of holiday seasons. Do make sure that you're not kind of getting sucked into the whole giving thing and you're not leaving enough for yourself. That would not make me happy. I would feel no joy in that. Oh yeah, there we are, Terran Winterblade. As Aavak would certainly tell you, never feel bad for not being able to give. Just being here is enough. Absolutely, 100%. And Bradley, there is no such thing as a small amount. Every single one of those bits counts. Do not, for a second, think that it needs to be a certain amount to count, because it absolutely does not. Oh dear, did I just drop any petroleum? No, I did not. Whew. We are okay. Right. With that, then, I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and then we should just be able to connect these pipes up. Tunk, tunk. Tunk, tunk. Cancel this. For sure. And as soon as that gets broken down, then all of this liquid should go the right way. Because everything should be pointing into there. And at that stage, I should just be able to have this run through the whole system here fairly neatly. Yeah, we've actually done a good job of tidying this up, to be perfectly honest. In fact, with that, I could now move this up and have it feed into the system from here, which I might well do. Go ahead and strip that down. There we go. Alright, now the smelters are inactive now, so we do need to resolve that problem. Let's get that moving in this direction, please, and thank you. And break this bridge down there, because I want this heat to be delivered where possible. Actually, let's break that one quickly. Actually, it's not built yet, so let's just not put it there. Oh, no, it is. Deconstruct that then. There we go. Let's prevent this from dumping anything into the main system, if we can. What I would like, very much, is to ensure that this system gets emptied, and we're going to have this heat moving through the system where we need it to be. Now, one way of doing that is to have it flow down, around, up, and then through here, perhaps, and then up, and then across, and then connect up there. Somewhere along those lines, I think, would be the best way for us to set that up. We are on the way to the final level of the hype train. We are 13% of the way to hype train level 5. Thank you so much for all the cheers going off in chat right now. And Nico Shana, thank you very much for the extra gifts up there. That's really kind of you. Right, let's get that broken quickly. Thank you. And then get this broken as soon as we can. Once that's done, we should be golden. There we are. Perfect. Right, get that deconstructed then, please. Right, now the system is emptying out. I would like it very much if I could empty this tank into it. That's going to be a little bit of a punch. That's going to be a bit of a punch. What I could also do is feed a lot of this up into the petroleum generators over here. Allow them to run a little bit. Because we've got a lot of petroleum here. Or I could have this as a second reservoir if I really wanted to. I guess there's no specific reason why I wouldn't. It's just I'm not entirely certain that that will help me. Clear that, please. Cancel build, thank you. Yeah, let's go into automation. Strip all of this out. Don't need any of that anymore. This is controlling that whether new petroleum is added into the system. And that's effectively what we're doing over here. So perhaps, honestly speaking, now that we have this, I might just want to dump this petroleum into this. That way, the main cooling system is given priority, and then any leftovers are sent up here into the system there. That actually might not be a bad idea. That might not be a bad idea. So maybe I do need to just hook that up. What am I making that out of? Sedimentary rock. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's also break this valve because I don't need this to be accepting anymore. It's a bit of a mess, I know, but we will get it sorted. I could even have 2 petroleum tanks down here just for some added oomph, because if all of these are running, they may actually suck up quite a lot of the petroleum. Could be a bit of a problem. Right, now that we've got that done, we can get rid of this. Now we're going to feed a lot of this petroleum down here. Okay, so I can go ahead and I can build 2 of these tanks. One after the other. And as I've done elsewhere, have these then... this one's already delivering heat to this layer. I could have this one deliver heat to this layer. We'll get rid of that one. That would actually work out quite well for me. Yeah, I think this might work out very well for me. We'll get rid of you. I'm going to use bridges to clean this up for the temporary, but we'll eventually take the bridges away once they've served their purpose. Well, actually, that should eventually just completely empty, so I guess I don't need that one. We'll have those in position. So, liquid's going to come down, move through here, and then out of the system, insulated, move through here to just pick up a little bit more heat, move back into the system. At that point, it can just enter over here. It doesn't even need to go up there. The output for my refineries will run down through here, dump off its heat into the water as soon as it can. Then it'll enter 2 reservoirs, which will store up, you know, it's a backup system. Eventually, we'll siphon some of it out. But then it'll snake through here, go up, snake back along, go up, and at this stage, it'll branch. It will give some to the refineries where it can, or it'll enter the main system again. Should I give priority to the refineries? No, I won't give priority to them. I will have this split evenly between the refineries and then the coolant system. I mean, it would be nice to be able to dump enough into both, but I think that should overall work. And we will slowly replace this with a fair amount of tungsten pipes. Have I even got that much tungsten? I do. So why don't I place some of these pipes here and there, just so that they're a little bit more spread out. I actually think that would be better overall, because it'll spread the heat sink a little bit more around the place. There we go. There we are, perfect. I think that's actually going to be a little bit of a better setup for me. So this one. Space, tungsten, space, tungsten, space, tungsten, space, tungsten. So we'll just draw those out a little bit more. And then I'll replace a couple of the pipes here and there. Regular ones. I will do that throughout, just to try and spread that heat as aggressively as I can around the system as a whole. We won't worry about it too much there. This one, though, will still be cooled, but the only thing that this is cooling is this room right now. Eventually, we want that to cool a lot more than that, but we'll see how that goes. There is a Pintro over here. We don't have anywhere to put pinch rows, so generally speaking, they shouldn't bother going in there. Eventually they will, to just go and grab the molts. That is the way that one's going to work. It's going to take them a while to get it all done, though. Let's grab the curative tablets. Right. Thank you ever so much for that hype train. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's go ahead and share those hype train emotes. Diolch yn fawr. That was an amazing hype train. Thank you, everyone. And I'm seeing Lady Shelab's hot chalk in chat. Always a pleasure to see that around. Now, who did I miss out? Sang and Barias as well with a Prime sub. And Winnie Thorson, thank you very much for the bit as well. Thank you, everyone. That was really, really kind of you. Massively appreciated. Now, we've got 2 minutes before the next Stream Battles battle. So that's plenty of time for us to continue working on our spaces. Oh, really? You've pulled it all down too fast. We'll need that there. And there. Yeah. Let's go ahead and look up here. Thank you so much. You've done such a great job. We'll go and get rid of that one. Right, okay. So, we're going to want all of this power all the way up here and ready to roll. There we are. And with that, we can now deconstruct buildings. I believe this will deconstruct the right things. We'll see, yeah. Yeah, it should do. Oh, actually, once again, I can't afford to until we've finished setting up these pipes. But, I mean, I could from the top at this stage, but it's easier if we do it from the bottom. A lot easier, actually. Now, my little sweepy's going to have an awful lot of stuff to move around. An awful lot of stuff. Now, we are going to have to open this up as well, though, just to allow things to drop down. So this one will have to have a little bit of extra work. Additionally to that, we'll probably run the piping just in case we ever want to do anything else with it. But we will strip the piping from here as a consequence. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Now it's going to have, it's going to take them a bit of time to get all of that sorted. Where we got on the way down there? That is eggshell. Oh, fantastic. To be fair, we've got so many shovels in here now. We should have stupid amounts of eggs at all times. I'm actually going to build a critter center purely and only so I can click on it and see what's in this room. That is the only reason I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it over there. Does this actually have an overheat temperature? No, it can't overheat. So let's just get a critter center so I can just like click on this. Oh, right, there are like 5,000 shovels in there. Oh, and there's 200 eggs as well. That's great. Feeding them that little bit of regolith at all times means that they will always reproduce. Forever. Hey, Riker, sir, that is a lot of meat. Wow, I mean, you're going to make me blush, but thank you.